Hey, welcome to the Backyard Professor Chess videos. What better way to go into Super Bowl Sunday weekend than with a couple of chess videos, right? Let's do this. This is Bobby Fischer. He's going to be the white pieces this time. He is in the Log Cabin Open Tournament, 1957, so he's still a young kiddo, and he is doing well. We're going to see how he handles a Sicilian defense. Here it comes. Okay, Bobby, what are you going to do? The good news is at this point, he does not resign. I'm just saying, he didn't resign here. He kept playing. So this is a good thing. Okay, and now he's going to put a little pressure on the center. He's opening up strong, and the pawns are exchanged. But of course, that usually happens in the Sicilian. And now knight f6. So we've got a good Sicilian start here. Bobby is going to continue bringing out his knights. Again, as a general rule, knights first, then bishops. All rules are meant to be broken, however, as we well understand. Let's just keep the context here. D6. Oh, hey, you know what? I need to get my pen. Hold on just 1 second. I want to cross these off as I make them so that I don't end up skipping a move or making a bad error, which is my telltale sign that I'm in good form. Woohoo! Okay, so Bobby's going to keep coming at him. And he's going to keep coming right back at Bobby, which is a wonderful thing because this is what makes chess fun. And Bobby is going to move a knight again. Interesting outpost, not a permanent one, but an interesting one. And notice his opponent keeps right on bringing it forward. This is awesome material. He's playing Sadie. He's going to drop his bishop down. If he chooses, if his opponent chooses to exchange the bishop, it'll open up the A file for his rook. Sometimes that can be very helpful. Yeah, it really can. Rather than push the pawn forward, Bobby drops the bishop back. And that's because, of course, the reason why is because when he does this, if he drops the bishop back, then he's in trouble. He still loses the bishop to the knight, right? So if he exchanged bishops, he's not going to be so upset because by the definition, and I know it's only one pawn, I get it, it's all good, but by definition now, Bobby's white squared bishop is bad because his central pawn is on the white square. It doesn't mean it's ineffective, it's just by definition bad. So he bops it down, and now the bishop will take f5, and that's definitely not mainline. So this might be an interesting game. And Bobby will retake, and now the getting ready to castle move, which is always good. Bobby is going to continue bringing out his bishops. His opponent will castle, and Bobby says, okay, good time, let's go ahead and castle. There's nothing wrong with castling early as a general rule. It's probably a good idea to oh, I got a frog in my throat. Knight d4. He's hitting the central part, which is always good. Bobby's going to go ahead and exchange the knight. So this is kind of interesting because now he has each has a knight and a bishop. The center, it's not locked, so we'll see which minor piece prevails. It's up to each player to make the board the way you want to make it so that your position is better than your opponent's. He is going to gain more space, bopping the f4 up there, and now the knight will take that bishop. Interesting. This opens up the A file. If Bobby desires to utilize that, he's going to go ahead and swap him up over here. And the rook now comes into play. Notice how by bumping the pawns again, and it's a typical theme in most Grandmaster games, look at the space, the maneuverability on this side. Kind of interesting to see that. And the bishop, of course, is going to tickle the rook. So the rook is going to go back down to f3. And now queen d8, and that's a question mark. That's not quite the right maneuver here. Knight's going to centralize. Let's see what's going on. Bobby's position isn't bad. The queen's going to start trying to get more active. Let's see what the little lady can do. And, of course, Bobby has a manner to emphasize his other rook without worrying about going in the center. He still brings it forward, develops it, and he still dominates the center. And of course, it's only tickling the queen. He's not going to leave his queen there. That's not the big thing. The big thing is look at this control here, and he is keeping an eye on that pawn also. Queen's going to take h2 check, and you're going, oh my gosh, has Fischer already blown it this early in the game? Let's keep watching. I don't think so. In fact, I know so because I played the game before I'm showing you guys, right? And then the queen will come bopping back over here. So now from here, Bobby's going to try to develop some tactics. He has enough maneuverability. He's got enough pieces, both short and long range, that maybe there's something here. We'll see what he does. He does come to check. And of course, that's not fatal because the king can move out. But so what is Bobby trying to do here? He's going to try to take a little bit more control on the king side, making it look like there's going to be a king side attack when in fact there is going to be a king side attack. So this is going to be interesting. Let's see how he does this. And kablam! Pow! Biff! Bop! You remember those old Batman movies? Plonk! Chop! Wham! Boink! Yeah, what is going on? What is Fischer doing here? He's trying to blow the king side open. That will alleviate the problem of his king being open. He's trying to gain the initiative. Let's see how he does this. Fantastic discovered check with the queen. Check. Uh-oh. Is black in trouble? Well, no, not necessarily. However, I like how this shows Bobby's thinking is attempting to really put the screws down on the thumbs. And now, uh-oh, do we exchange the ladies? Do we exchange the ladies? And the answer is I love that move. Talk about a beautiful pin of the queen to the king, right? So, bishop just simply takes f6. At this point, there's not a lot you can do. Rook is going to take the queen, of course, check. And G is going to take the rook, of course. No more check. And now queen is going to come up into here. And now it's curtains. You can see this. It's over. Congratulations, Bobby. Knight f5 check. King g8. And then c3? Really? Remember, we're using a game from the younger Fischer, okay? Can you see the move that would have got him the win? Maybe time trouble? We're not certain why he would do that. But man, that was the move right there. Because it's curtains from here. Drats. He missed this checkmate. However, never fear. The game is still on. And now his opponent makes a very good move. That's good. That ain't bad. Not too bad at all. Well, okay, so d6. He'll take the pawn, and the rook, yes, comes right up to e5. Tickle the queen. Yeah. So let's see. Can Bobby remuster the troops here? He's down a piece, but he's got the queen. Can you do it? Let's see. Rook. Look at how this guy guards his open king. It's a master class. It's really good how he does this. Queen f4, and rook will come back to g6. Yeah, you don't want to leave your... I mean, it was covered by the bishop, the rook. It was covered by the bishop. But don't leave the bishop babysitting the rook. Go ahead and put the rook back to where the pawn can do that, and that frees up that bishop to be either a defender or cause a wicked fork. You notice Bobby's king is on a dark square right now. If you just go to sleep for a second, there can become a bishop fork somewhere. So you gotta play sharp. This is what we're looking at. That's a good move. And now knight e4, tickle the bishop. And the bishop will come back. So he's in full defense mode. He says, okay, let's just make sure nobody's getting to the king today. Not happening. No. Do we want to dance? No. Do we want to come out and play out in the yard? No. We're going to hide. Okay, so let's see how this works. And the rook again will take the open file, tickling the knight. Always find a target. Bobby goes to g2. And the bishop comes to e5. So there's a little bit of give and take with who has the initiative, who has the best tactics, who has the best attack. Queen will come up to f5 to a safe square. And now just so you have a little bit of endgame insurance, go ahead and push the pawn at this point. Yeah. So let's see what happens. Bobby's going to come to 4. The bishop's going to come back to g7. Keep the defense on. Queen is going to come back to f3. There was nothing doing up that way. Rook g to e6. Oh, double rooks on a file. That can be tough to handle. Let's see how our friend Bobby Fischer does this. Knight g5, not bad. Oh, the rook comes over to f6. That's not bad. The queen is not in any danger. Can Bobby put something together here? Oh, nice tactic. Nice tactic. Pin the knight to the queen. So you can see that, boy, I bet Bobby wishes he had that win back. So he does come to h7. Of course, it's not going to be a mate because the king can escape. So how do we work this? Well, we can come to e4 at this point. And now rook will come to g6. Keep your eye on that king. Queen will come to h4. And this is so unfortunate that he stopped there, isn't it? He missed it too. Had he just gone there, Bobby would have lost the queen. Isn't that remarkable? Just one more square over, man, and Bobby would have lost. But he also misses a win. So, and now Bobby notices it, and he says, nope, I gotta get the heck out of Dodge. And then we come rook back to e8. The queen will come back over to f4, and the bishop will come again to e5, and then the queen will come to f5. And so they're beginning to repeat. And so it's this point that they said, okay, well, let's call it a day, a draw. Each one of them missed a really good win. Sometimes that's the way chess goes. So There is another game, this one out of the interesting term Log Cabin Open. I'm not quite sure, but I've got it in a tournament book. So there is a Bobby Fischer game to watch and enjoy. Thanks for watching the Backyard Professor Chess videos. Remember, be good, do well, have fun, and watch the Super Bowl tomorrow. If that is your cup of tea, I will be doing so. It's the one game that I watch. You got to get a pizza, and the wife will pick one team, I'll pick one team, and then we can kind of tease each other through the course of the game. Ha! He picked up the fumble and all that. So it's fun. So I will see you in the next Backyard Professor Chess videos. You have a pleasant weekend. Yeah, baby.